After a hard-fought game and a run that few people outside of Fayetteville thought would be possible, the Hog season has come to an end. Now, good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, March the 30th. You're watching Wake Up Central. We appreciate it. Rob Evans here alongside Amanda Yeager, and we're going to get to meteorologist Corrales Ortiz in just a couple of minutes. But first, we want to talk about the Hogs this morning.
We do. Unfortunately, the Razorback season has ended. They lost to the Baylor Bears last night in the Elite Eight game. But here's a look at some of the reactions of the game so far that we've been seeing online from fans sending in stuff. We've really seen quite a few things on our social media accounts. Here's one. This is from Arkansas Razorbacks basketball. It says, "It's all on the line. We're back at it on CBS." So it looks like that was
before the game.
Yeah, that was right before the game.
We want to hear from you guys, though. So text in your thoughts, 501-376-1111. Tell us what you thought about the tournament. Tell us what you thought about the season, because I want you to remember this was a team that was picked in the bottom half of the SEC before the season began. They finished second in the SEC tournament, or second SEC, I should say. They finished in the Elite Eight. There are only 7 other teams out there that were better than the Hogs, and I would say there's only a couple, to be honest with you. But again, text in that number there, 501-376-1111. Will be a video message, a text message, pictures, meme, whatever it is. We want to know what you think, because it has been a heck of a run. And what are your thoughts on Coach Muss? Are you on the Muss bus? You know, just let us know what you think. More than 20 years in the making for the Hogs to get back to the Elite Eights, but their season ends here.
The Hogs lost to Baylor Bears last night, as we mentioned, in a roller coaster game with a final score of 81-72.
Now the Hogs trying to get back to the Final Four for the first time since '95, but Baylor came out hot to start the game. It was ridiculous. The Bears were shooting 71%. They were up by as many as 18 points. The Hogs, though, chipping away, closed the gap before the end of the first half, but Baylor stayed hot in the second. Hogs just couldn't put it away. Baylor now in the Final Four for the first time since 1950.
Well, despite the loss, the Hogs have accomplished a lot this year, not only just getting to the NCAA tournament, but having a winning season as well. Here's Coach Muss.
We don't really know the impact because we've been in a bubble, in a controlled environment, in a hotel for a very long time. We don't know what the outside, world is. We're playing in, arenas that are not full like they usually are, and going back to our hotel. So I think that, the impact of what this team has accomplished this year, I think all of us will start feeling it, once we get back to normalcy.
Muss said that he wasn't sure about the impact, but hey, we know about the impact. We've seen the impact, watching video, watching fans right there. So many people so excited for Arkansas basketball.
Yeah, those are just some of the Razorback fans that traveled to Indy to cheer them on. Win or lose, they were there. They wanted to be part of it. They wanted to support them.
Even if they couldn't get into the game, because a lot of people couldn't get into the game.
Sit in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And Dorian Kraft has been in Indianapolis the past week following the Hogs for us.
This morning she shares the takeaways from the games and what Razorback fans had to say after the loss.
I think we got the game that we expected. We knew that this was going to be tough defensively. We knew it was going to be high intensity. We knew it was going to be high scoring. And we knew that there was the chance that Arkansas could lose this game. No credit taken away from Baylor. The Bears, a very good team. But Arkansas leaving Indianapolis with a lot to be proud of. Their first Elite Eight run since 1995. And there's just so much to build on moving forward. Remember, they're only losing 2 graduate seniors off this team, Justin Smith and Jalen Tate. Moses Moody, most expect him to leave for the NBA. We are now going to be on Moses Moody watch, seeing whether or not he decides to return. But other than that, the majority of this team is coming back next year, so a lot of excitement in the future for Eric Musselman and these Razorbacks. And Jalen Tate said in the post-game press conference, this team will never be forgotten. And he's right. They helped put Arkansas basketball back on the map. And just to put that in context for you real quick, while we were in our break, a gentleman walked behind us and he looked at us and he said, "We tried our best." And I think that encapsulates the love and the pride for this Arkansas team. And that's going to put a bow on our coverage from Indianapolis. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Dorian's right for sure. The program only going to get better, and we know this season brought a lot of hope for fans really all across the state.
Yeah, we want to hear from the fans here, though, who weren't able to travel to Indiana. THV 11's Ashley Godwin went to Dugan's Pub in Little Rock, where fans say this season was unexpected.
Oh, it's been such an exciting season this year.
Well, this has been a very unexpected season, I think, for most of us.
It's a pleasant surprise, with everything considered. Even people that aren't normally Hogs fans, they're buying Razorback gear and everything and busting it out.
It's been, 10 years or so since we've had something this exciting.
I think it's really great. Like, honestly, a couple years ago, would not have predicted this at all.
Always on the edge, for years we've been watching games where we're down at the half.
Just watching the Hogs every game this season and cheering them on with all my pals in school, it's been awesome. So.
Wow. I know that they were so excited. We've been to Dugan's Pub a few times, haven't we, Rob?
Yeah, we lived there during the snowstorm, I should say, yeah.
It's a fun place to hang out, watch the game, so I know they had a good time.
This brings us to our conversation starter. What did you think of the Hogs this year? How do you think they did? Let us know.
I know you all are proud. I know some people disappointed, but we want to hear your thoughts. Simply text us anything that you have to say about the Hogs, their season, what you think. 501-376-1111. We'll be sharing your answers here in the next half hour. And a Cinderella story season for the Hogs, ending with a trip back to Fayetteville. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, March 30th. You're watching Wake Up Central. I'm Amanda Yeager here with Rob Evans, and we're continuing to talk about the Hogs all morning.
Yeah, chin up, fellas. They did an absolute amazing job this year. Lost a tough one last night to the Baylor Bears in the Elite Eight. We've been asking you how you felt about the Hogs season and how you felt about the game. So share them with us. It's 501-376-1111. Coach Muss and his team deserve a ton of praise. To have this season and playing with so many freshmen shows volumes about the dedication of being a Razorback. Linda in Sherwood. Linda, thank you for writing in. And by the way, if you do write in, give us your name and where you're writing in from so we can say hello.
Yeah, we'd love to see that. Also, here's another comment. It says, my husband and I didn't watch Razorback basketball until this season. Go Hogs. I think a lot of people had their, interest in it reinvigorated.
Yeah.
Maybe they hadn't watched before and they just really felt connected to this season.
You can only handle so much heartbreak,
I know.
And so they've been winning now, and man, Coach Muss has just turned this around. So again, text your thoughts. If you want to be a video, if you want to be a meme, it doesn't matter. Just text us 501-376-1111. Give us your name, where you're writing in from, and let's have a conversation about Arkansas basketball because hey, it's a good time to be a Hog fan.
Well, I know Hog fans not only are tired this morning, but it's kind of a tough morning. Yeah. Bittersweet, as we called it. It was a hard matchup last night, and they fought hard with the #1 seed Baylor Bears. But if you didn't stay up for this late game, we got you covered.
It definitely did not start the way that Hog fans were hoping for. Baylor was up by 15. Less than 8 minutes into the game. It was not a great start, but of course they're going to come back like Arkansas always does. Late in the first half, they cut it to single digits on the defensive end, steal by Desi Stills. Cut it to 6 at that point. Go back and forth for much of the second half, but Baylor was just too much. Extending their lead, I'm going to tell you what, it was just hard to watch. Baylor is such a good program. Couple years more advanced than where Arkansas is at this point. Baylor wins at 81-72. After the game, Coach Musselman was asked his thoughts on this magical run to the Elite Eight.
From the loss, and all competitors hate to lose, and so I'm sure when we get out of this building and we fly back home tomorrow, we'll have time to reflect once we get back to Northwest Arkansas, but the locker room's disappointed. We came into this game to try to win the game, but a phenomenal season, and certainly a season in year 2 that we can all build upon.
Oh, you're not joking. I mean, the building from here is just phenomenal. Coach Musselman there, the players reflecting on the good right now coming off that loss. But fans, they're not, I should say, the fans are looking at the good side. The players obviously are hurt, stinging, as Coach just said.
Right. It's hard. I mean, they go in to win, and they have been winning and winning and winning. So I understand. But we want to hear from you. The Hogs made it for the Sweet 16 for the first time since '96, Elite 8 for the first time since '95. So what are your thoughts on this year? And what are you feeling as you wake up this morning? Text us, 501-376-1111. A lot of you have already been texting in this morning. Someone said Little Rock, Arkansas was well represented. That has made the difference. Get those Little Rock young men on the hill, and the U of A football program will rise as well.
Oh, it will. It will, and it is already. I'm excited to see that. If they had Coach Roland Nolan, they were done better. They need to bring Rowan Nolan way out of retirement. Okay.
A lot happening in that comment this
Yep.
morning. Here's another one from Douglas Leonard in Maumelle. It says, you have to be proud even if you're not a fan like me. Very, very proud of the Hogs. A little applesauce goes a long way. Don't need to be down, just be proud. Have been a long time coming. Bar is set high for next season. That's the truth.
Beware, we're coming to get you next year. Ramona from Little Rock, we like that. Watching
That's
you.
great. We're watching. And we're coming for you.
And I agree. Next year, they're going to be these young players, going to be better, more experienced than they already are. Just a great coach. Texas 501-376-1111.